Hi, my name is Ed Cabrera, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in an area of central New Jersey that was mostly woodlands and farmland back in the day, at least until the late 80s when houses and strip malls started springing up all over the place. But as a child surrounded by woods and farmland, it was a perfect place for me to develop a passion for the outdoors. When I was around 10, my parents got me a dog and would let me play in the woods behind our house as long as he was with me. Nowadays, people don't let their children play alone in the woods, but things were different back then. When I'd get out there as a kid, I used to fantasize about living the life of Grizzly Adams. Living in a cabin, alone in the wilderness, with a grizzly bear for a best friend was my life's ambition. My early love of being out in the woods has led to me growing up to be the outdoorsman I am today. I really love hiking, backpacking, hunting, and fishing, and another enjoyment of mine is shooting guns, which I also attribute to growing up in pretty much a rural farming community where everyone hunted and owned guns. As a child, I liked going off into the woods alone, but now that I'm grown, I really enjoy having company when I'm out on the trail. Not everyone enjoys it though. Really only 2 people and my pup ever join me. That would be my daughter Kayla, my girlfriend Kim, and my number 1 trailblazer, Baxter. Wave hi to the camera. Oh, good boy. He's named after Baxter's Peak, the very top of Mount Katahdin in Maine's Baxter State Park. This is not only the highest point in Maine, but it's also the very end of the Appalachian Trail. And trust me when I tell you, this is one of the most beautiful places on earth, and it's definitely my favorite. Another thing we did back in the day growing up on farms and such was play pond hockey. It was never anything formal, but it sure was a lot of fun. Hockey's always been my favorite sport, and my favorite team has always been the New York Rangers. I started following them when I was 8 years old, and when I was 25 they actually won the cup on my birthday. This rekindled my love and passion for the sport of hockey, and in my late 20s I joined a men's league. We played just about every Monday and Friday night, and on Friday nights we could be found barbecuing in the rink's parking lot till at least 1 or 2 a.m. One thing that was going to happen no matter what environment I grew up in was that I was going to play guitar. Some say I was born to play. I actually got my first guitar for my 11th birthday and started taking lessons a few weeks later. I was in my first band by the age of 14, and I would only be in 2 others by the time I was 18. After high school though, I kind of stopped playing, but in late 2007 I started giving Kayla guitar lessons. She too was born to play, and that set the fire burning in me to get back into playing. In February 2008, I purchased my dream guitar, which was a Gibson Les Paul Classic reissue. A guy I'd been playing hockey with for about 10 years at the time was a drummer, so after hearing me talk about buying my new Gibson, he asked if I wanted to start a band. It was that event in March 2008 that brought the band, NFN Not For Nothing, into existence. Being in this band has been the most fun musically that I've ever had in my life. To this day, we still play out regularly at venues all around the tri-state area. Well, that's all the time I have, so I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit about me.